A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching ACP Network. This is SAHARH with the Assistant Professor Dr. Sonia Soni. Today she delivered a lecture regarding the importance of English. So we are here in this reference. We are going to discuss in detail. A very delightful morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Bache. Thank you so much for having me here.
Okay. Ma'am, the very first question is that could you explain to the public in easy words that why English is so important in our life?
Sarah, I would like to say that we keep on saying this thing in class also. Give attention towards what you speak, how you speak, in what manner you deliver your expressions. So to deliver your expressions and words in an efficient manner, English is a must language. I have already discussed it several times. English is the lingua franca of the world. It's language of globalization, right? You cannot run away from that fact that it is one of the most important languages of the world. It's the language of business. It's the language of tourism. It's the language of administration. So English is indeed important.
But ma'am, there are many people who said that English is not so important. We don't like English and we don't talk in English. So what would you say for them?
See, dear, I would also like to emphasize that English is not a parameter of intelligence. It's a mode of communication. But if you are communicating effectively, right, and as I have told you earlier, it's a language of the world, right? You need it. If you travel internationally, you go to south, northeast, right? You cannot just stick to one language, that is Hindi. For that, you need a language which is the language of people, which people understand. So how can you say that it is not important? I don't agree with people who say that it is not important. Indeed it is important, but yes, it is not the parameter of intelligence.
Okay. Ma'am, the next question is that many youths have this question that how to be fluent or how to improve our English.
That's a very nice and interesting question. How to improve your English? First thing is that you should read as much as you can, but reading is not sufficient at all. Reading good literature is important. Through literature I mean magazines, journals, stories, whatever you like to read, but good literature, right? Then when you read good, you try to speak good, right? So speaking comes naturally. Next thing is that you should listen. Good interviews, documentaries, movies, right? When you listen, unconsciously you get imbibed in those ideas and you start speaking effectively. So reading, listening and speaking, they go hand in hand.
As you told in lecture that we should keep in mind while we are going for interviews, so what are those basic skills that we should keep in mind?
For interviews, first thing is that you should prepare yourself for which company you are going to have the interviews, right? Try to have a detailed knowledge of that particular profile and company for which you are appearing, right? Second thing is that you should be confident, but confident does not mean arrogance, right? You should have a pleasant smile, personality, correct attitude. You should be a master of your skills, right, for which you are applying. Have correct knowledge, confidence, everything will be fine.
Ma'am, the next question is very serious maybe because that many people, many Indian kids don't know about Hindi because they can speak English very freely but they don't know Varnmala. So does it affecting our culture? So what do you say on this?
Right, Hindi is our Rashtra Bhasha. Great respect, huge respect to that. Once I was watching the interview of our honorable vice president, and he said that being a South Indian man, I rejected Hindi in my initial days, and now I realize that it was a huge mistake. We cannot, should not ignore Hindi. That is the basic thing. You should respect your mother tongue, right? So Varnmala is equally important as your ABCD, right? So children should be efficient in both the languages, as many as languages you can learn, right? Multilingualism is a talent you must explore. So all the languages are important. Try to learn as much as you can.
Thank you, ma'am. So that's how Dr. Sonia Soni told the students that how the English is important in our life. Thanks for watching. SAHARH with camera person VISHU. Thank you.